Hey everyone, what's up? This is Antwan from MentalMillionaire45.com, our Mental Millionaire Marketing Training. It's a beautiful day out today. It's actually raining here in California, so it's kind of reminding me of it's my mom. This is a nice time right about now. But I wanted to come to you today. It's a pretty relaxing day, and I'm on video number 5. And the question that I'm asking today is this. About a year ago, I took an acting class, and I met a very interesting professor by the name of Miss Mindy Woodhead. And let me tell you, I absolutely love that woman. I love the atmosphere that she brought to our classroom. And it was the first time I've ever stepped out to do something, like that. Especially exposing myself, because I'm always kind of like reserved when it comes down to doing things like that or putting myself out in front of a crowd. Hell, I even dropped out of communications class 3 times because I was like nervous as crap about, speaking in front of people. And I took her class thinking that I was just going to learn the fundamentals of, what it takes to be a stage actor and actress and things of that nature. To my surprise, I actually ended up having to act out scenes and do things of that nature. But here's the thing that I found out about her class, and I love her to death for this. So, Miss Mindy Woodhead, this is somewhat like an ode to you, a shout out to you to say thank you, for changing my life because of one question. She asked this question when the class first started. She came in one day and she wrote it on the whiteboard, and she said, "What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for?" And here I am. I'm thinking that this is just a question that is relating to the roles that we're going to be playing, as far as determining who's the antagonist and protagonist is of the scenes or the plays that we're acting out. But in all due reality, it was about my own personal life and what I was realizing within myself as to, what am I fighting for? Going through life, going through the hustle and bustle of just trying to survive every day, and that was exactly it. A lot of us are just surviving life. We're not living it. And I had to answer that question. What are you fighting for? And I had to realize that. I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my relationship with my children. I was fighting for a marriage that had broken apart. I was fighting just to be, just to be wanted. I was fighting to be heard. I was fighting to, to stand out in the midst of the crowd. I was standing out. I was fighting to try to find out who I was. And that was something that I had to learn how to come to grips with, that I had lost sight of who I was. And by asking that question, what are you fighting for? It brought me to the realization that I was fighting for me. I was fighting for the person that is within me, that was yearning to get out, that was actually going to bring me to my best me. And let me tell you, I had to go through some things. And I had to learn how to expose myself, and I had to learn how to, allow myself to be transparent enough for people to see not only the good things that I try to project, but also to see my flaws. We're all human. We all have, that makeup. We have goods and we have bad. And that's okay. That's what defines who you are. And that's what makes you who you are. So I had to find out, what was I fighting for, man? I was fighting for my children. And right now, I made a decision about a year ago that I was going to start looking at something that was going to change my life, to help me to rise above everything that I was going through in my mindset, in my heart, and in my soul, that was going to put me in a different place in life, that was going to propel me to that greater me. And I let it slip by. And fortunately for me, I had some time that went by that an opportunity presented itself again, the same opportunity. And still yet I pondered on it. I just didn't want to do it because I was so stuck in my circumstances. That's just all I saw. That's all I saw was my circumstances. I didn't see my reasoning. And months passed by, and some more months passed by, until eventually I started to look at this opportunity a little bit more in depth. And it was an opportunity that was going to allow me to tell my story. All of us have a story. You have a story. I have a story. The people that I associate with every day, your next door neighbors, the children in your neighborhood, we all have a story. It just needs to be told. And this opportunity presents itself to allow you to do that. So what am I saying with this? I need you to reach down, and I need to find out what it is that you're fighting for. Are you happy going to that job that you go to every day? This is a 3-day weekend for most of us. It's Labor Day weekend, so you're gonna go out, you're gonna enjoy, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna party, you're gonna do everything that you want to do. Monday's gonna roll around. Some of us are gonna be a little bit intoxicated. Some of us are gonna be a little bit full. Some of us are gonna be in that moment where, man, we had an extra day, and I gotta go back to this job. First and foremost, be gratitude. Express gratitude for what you have and where you are. But now, if you're feeling that way, maybe that is an indication for you to realize that it's time for you to move to something greater, to fulfill your greater purpose. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting for your life? Are you fighting for your marriage? Are you fighting for your children? Are you fighting, to be a better mom? Are you fighting to be a better father? I can honestly look in this video right now and say to myself and to the world, because I've gotten beyond it, that you know what, in my time I haven't been the best of man. I haven't been the best man that I could have possibly been. I wasn't the best husband that I could have possibly been. And I wasn't the best father that I could have possibly been. But I am a great father. And I am a great man. And I'm learning how to recognize that within myself, to not allow my past to beat me down anymore, or anyone else for that matter, to make me think otherwise. The reason that I'm fighting is I'm fighting to have a better opportunity for my children, to give them everything that they could ever ask for and want, to give them a better opportunity in life, to give them a better livelihood, to give them a better home to live in. And I don't have my kids right now, and that's a whole nother story. But this is my journey that I'm on, and I know that I'm going somewhere greater, and I'm learning how to be humble in my moment. Which is something that a lot of us can't do. We just look at the circumstances and we complain about them. I've been there. I've done it. We all do it. But now I'm learning how to be humble in my circumstances and realizing what it is that I have to learn right now that is going to prepare me for that next chapter and that next level of my life. And I am so ready to get there. A question was asked not too long ago from my sister. And the question was, what is your soul's agenda? Do you know what your soul's agenda is? Not just what you're wanting to do, but what were you designed for? What was your purpose? What is your purpose? What do you believe that you were created for? Let me tell you, you weren't created just to be mediocre, and you weren't created to live a mediocre life. You were destined for something greater. But somehow the past, your circumstances, some wrongs that have happened to you, some wrongs that you've done to someone else, have kind of like put you in a place where you become stagnant, where you just feel the guilt and the shame and the hurt of yesterdays that has taken away everything that you had as far as a dream to go and be the best person that you possibly could have been. Some of us stay in relationships too long. Some of us stay in situations too long. Some of us stay in jobs too long. Even though all the things, the writings are on the wall telling us that it's time to move, we don't move. There's that feeling deep down within you that it's called a gut instinct. And let me tell you, oftentimes we don't listen to it. But I've learned how to listen to my gut instinct now. Yeah, I've gone through some ups and downs, going through some downs. Let me tell you, and it's not something that I would that I would favor any day. But you know what? Here's the thing. Someone told me, a friend of mine, one of my business partners actually told me this a couple days ago. She said, "You know what, Antwan? Look, if your future was revealed to you a long time ago, and this is what it said, is that you're going to go through all of this. But I can assure you, once you go through all of this is where you're going to end up. And your life is going to be so much more grand than what you think it is and what it is right now." She said, chances are, we're going to look at those obstacles that we're going to have to go through, the relationships that we were in, that we absolutely wanted, that just failed. We're going to go through the withdrawal of being in that job or having this money that we've lost. And we're going to look at that and say, man, no, if that's my journey, I don't want to go. Just leave me right here. And that made an interesting point. We are too often afraid to make the sacrifice to do what we know within ourselves, in that gut instinct, to say, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Carolyn Mice said this once before. Said, never pass judgment on yourself. Never set expectations for yourself, because your conscious mind will deceive you. And you have to be willing to give up the need to not know what happens tomorrow. You have to be willing to give up, not knowing what happens tomorrow. Number one, because neither one of us are promised tomorrow. We can't get back to past. The only thing we have is this moment right now. And I know this is an extended video, and I do apologize for that. But I really wanted you guys to get this point that I'm trying to make. Some of us hold on to things that don't belong to us. Some of us stay in relationships that don't belong to us. Some of us hold on to hurt that don't belong to us. She says, we look at all of these things that happen in our life and we blame so many people and we say, that was a betrayal, that someone did this to me, someone lied on me, someone hurt me, someone did whatever. But let me tell you, the ultimate betrayal, she said, is betrayal of self. There is so much greatness within you. There is so much more about you that you haven't even discovered yet because you are too busy living your life for other people. Now is the time for you to live your life for you. Because I guarantee you, when you learn how to do that, everything that was meant for you to have is going to come to you regardless. And let me tell you, it's going to be better than what you already think that you have. It's going to be so much more phenomenal. Yeah, you got to go through the bumps and the bruises, but that's okay. But rest assured, there is something greater for you. But reach deep down inside and find out what it is that you're fighting for. What is it that you're fighting for? And I promise you, once you find out what it is that you're truly fighting for, what is that person inside of you truly, really trying to get out, you're going to see that there is someone greater in you that you didn't even realize. So with that being said, here's the action step that I want you to take today. Deep down within you, you have some dreams, you have some aspirations, you have some goals that somehow, because of life turmoils, you just let fall by the wayside. This is what I want you to do today. If you have that very, very good close friend, someone that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can go to and you can talk to, someone that's not going to blab your business, someone that's going to look at you and frown their face when you tell them something that's to them seems absurd, but to you it's real. I want you to be able to tell them what it is that you're striving for. What are your goals? What are your aspirations? What are you fighting for? It's that person. I want you to be able to tell that to someone that, if you say that I'm going to step out and I'm going to follow my dreams, they're going to look at you and say, then you do that. And you do that, and no matter what you have to go through and no matter the obstacles, you continue to fight because there is something great within you. Whenever time you feel like you're ready to give up, someone is going to kick you in the ass and tell you, no, I am not about to let you give up on yourself because you owe the world to become the great person that you were meant to become. You owe the world to become the best person that you were intended to be. Because in you pursuing that person, when you follow and find that person, let me tell you, everyone around you, life becomes so much better because you decided to make the decision to make your life that much more supreme. So the action step, as I stated, talk to someone that you know that you can be confident in, and that they're going to look at you and listen to you and everything that you're saying, and they're going to stand behind you, support you. And if you don't have anyone like that in your life, this is what I recommend you do. I want you to write down all of your feelings, all of your dreams and your goals on a piece of paper. And I want you to openly confess that to the universe. Just let it go out there and allow the universe to take over and run with your dream. And start setting into motion everything that you need in order to help you fulfill that and to help you fulfill those goals. And then I want you to take the action steps to get there. And I need you to do that for this reason, because you're going to be faced with some turmoil. You're going to be faced with some people that don't believe you. You're going to be faced with some people that's ready to tear you down. You got to learn how to build your mental focus, to learn how to look at that and just shrug it off, because people who don't have a dream are quick to try to steal the dreams of other people. Don't become one of those victims to the dream stealers out there, because they're not strong enough to go out and chase their own dreams. You know, so if this is what you want, I ask you and I urge you, you know what? There's a platform that we have that allows us to communicate those things that we desire. And I say to you, if you're wanting to take that journey to change your life, and this is not for everyone, everyone is not meant to do this, but if you are that person that's listening to me and saying, you know what, I am ready to make that decision to change my life, because look, pain is inevitable. Suffering in it is optional, and that's a choice that you get to make. And if you're that person that's ready to say, you know, I'm ready to change my life, then let's change your life. Come and work with me. Whether it be male or female, mother or father, come and work with me, and let me and my team help you to get to where you're wanting to go. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. No one said it was going to be easy, but is it worth it? Absolutely it is. My children are worth it. Giving them the best life that I can possibly give them is worth it. Me changing as being a better man and a better father is worth it. Me touching the lives of so many people, helping them to change their circumstances in their lives, is so much more worth it than anything else I could have ever imagined. So if you're wanting to do that and you're ready to connect with me, come and connect with me. Connect with me and my team, and let us see and let us show you that, you know what, we're going to train you, we're going to coach you, we're going to work with you, and we're never going to let you give up on yourself or on your dreams. And if you're ready to do that, click the link below. I'm here. Connect with me via Facebook. I'll be more than happy to sit down and talk with you and discuss with you. And as always, when you learn how to become the best you, I promise you, the best will come to you. With that said, click the link below to work with me, and I'll see you on the other side. God bless. Be blessed.